Alright, yes YouTube, how's it all going? Welcome back to Leicester City Career Mode Part 96, and we're starting off with some rumours. The transfer window is coming close, and the first rumour we got right here, Everton in pole position to land Kovalenko. We just recently played against QPR, and they had the 23-year-old sitting on the bench, and you can't be happy with that, man. He's really good on this game, and for him to be sitting on the bench for a team like QPR, man, that's ridiculous. But he is looking like he's a little bit unhappy at QPR. Everton looking like they want to sign him. We'll see what goes on with that saga right there as we come to the Emirates, the carpet, whatever you want to call it, to play against Arsenal. Sergio Roberto, Chan and Mahrez in the midfield in this game. We've got a few players out wide. Arnautovic starts us off. Nice little curling effort, and you can see it's snowing down here in North London, and it's always like I kind of struck in the snow, in the fog, and in those like Bournemouth stadiums. I always kind of find it a little bit hard to play. So bear in mind if I didn't have the best performance in this game, but we done our best to try and come and get all 3 points at North London, as we always try. Everywhere we go, we try and get the 3 points. But Daniel Welbeck forcing the save out of the keeper this time, and Arsenal really just putting some pressure on us. A lot of teams recently have been starting to play a little bit better against us, but they haven't had the final touch. Like their finishing ain't been great. They ain't been able to beat Gibbons as often as they like. This time, Arsenal done it, and it's Nagy who put the ball into the back of the net. To be honest, I don't even really know who this is. If this is a generated player or if this is someone from another team's academy, I don't know, to be honest with you. But he's finished that like he's a pretty high rated player, so we'll have to look out for him. We're in the second half this time, trying to get ourselves back into this game, and somehow the ball has rolled all the way to Jovetic this time, and Stevan Jovetic puts the ball wide of the post. Like, I don't know how he's even done it, to be honest. He's just missed the target though, and you'd expect him to put that away. Jenkinson, the man who let the ball go through to him, is going to feel a little bit relieved. This time we're creating another chance. It's found its way into Nunez, and I almost said Joseph. Juan Nunez hits the post that time. That was a real quick game. Not too many chances in that, but we were beaten. What can I say? Arsenal have taken all 3 points for us as they look to get themselves into the race for the title. We've got some training going on right here, trying to just forget about the defeat, trying to keep it stepping. We haven't lost too many games in the past few seasons, to be honest with you, so we're kind of forgetting how to deal with defeat. But as long as we come back and in the next game just keep doing what we do, then we're alright. But some good news right here we get as Jovetic commits to Leicester City. We haven't got him to sign a new contract. No, that's not what that means. But he is saying pretty much that he wants to stay. So that is good news. And also another piece of information in the Kovalenko saga. He has been injured. Big injury. And he is out for about 3 months. About 4 months, I think. 3 to 4 months. I think he tore his ACL. So basically, anyone who signs him can't even play him most of this season. So that's interesting. Will he still leave QPR? We don't actually know. Are Everton still interested in him? We don't actually know. But what we do know is we have a game right here against Crystal Palace, and we have to make sure we come out and take all 3 points, because Manchester City are 10 points behind us now. They didn't actually take advantage. Neither did Chelsea, and neither did Manchester United. So like, that's something I've noticed with this career mode. Like, it's a little bit like the big teams seem to drop too many points, which is why in recent seasons at least, it has been kind of easy for us to win the league and do what we got to do. But we ain't really complaining, because we're winning competitions, we're winning trophies. And we got a game against Crystal Palace this time. Again, not too much rest in between. I think there was literally just a day's rest in between the Arsenal game and this game. So as you can see, we've got a lot of a change side here. Heung-min Son on the left, Torvan on the right, Philip Harborough up front, who scored a hat-trick in his last game. Can he get a goal in this one? Keep pressuring us to get him in the starting lineup. He doesn't get the opener, but Danny Drinkwater does. He's obviously had a lot less game time than he's used to in the first few seasons. In the first season, he was the starting centre midfielder. Second season, he was in and about there, getting a lot of games. And third season onwards, he's kind of drifted away. He's still been getting games here and there, doing really well. And again, he seems to be doing well when he gets on the team. Like, he's got in the team and he scored the opener. He's made this game a little bit easier for us, and now we can put some pressure on Crystal Palace. Harborough into Drinkwater again, but his shot goes straight into the hands of goalkeeper Payne. Torvan this time on the right hand side, skinning his man, getting so much space, pulls it back across the box. It falls to Holtby, it's deflected, and again it falls quite fortunately to Lewis Holtby, who's there to nod it into the back of the net. The captain for the day steps up, makes it 2-0. Torvan's done brilliantly down this right hand side, and you see right there, it's taken the Holtby's shot, taking a little bit of a deflection, and it's fallen pretty much straight to him. Cork just threw himself out of the way, I don't know why, but Lewis Holtby's managed to get himself his second goal of the season and our second goal of the game. Crystal Palace finally think it's time to create a chance, and it's come off the crossbar. Gale is falling down. Gale trying to get on the rebound again. Sacco into the striker. It's fallen to Sacco. It's a brilliant save from Vorm, and Moore clears it off the line. Hectic play down there on the goal line. Randall, though, in the 80th minute, we're trying to get the third goal that will kill this game off, and Holtby's kind of floated that over the bar with his weaker foot there. Still 2-0. Crystal Palace could have been in this game right now if they just done something differently. I don't know what they could have done differently. It was a brilliant save from Vorm. Maybe that's all you could put it down to. But Randall's been played through this time. Denied by the keeper. It's fallen to Harborough, and his shot is deflected out for a corner kick. But it didn't matter. Nothing else mattered towards the end of this game, because we did hold on to our clean sheet and we did hold on to our 2-goal lead. Left with 3 points. We're pretty happy with that, especially we had to change the side up quite a lot, because obviously with a day's rest in between two games, you can't play the same side that you played in the last game. So even going into the next game, we're having some dilemmas, because the next game came about 2 or 3 days after, so the players still hadn't even fully recovered from the Arsenal match, and we had 2 games in between then. So we're playing against Southampton. You can see they got a pretty strong side. Players like Seferovic in there, Satiris Ninnis, who they recently signed from us. He should have a good game because he is a good player. But we've got a pretty strong side out here. Aaron's playing in left back, has come in. Laporte, Shaw, the regulars come back. Sergio Roberto. Aaron's in the box this time, finds Roberto, and he's denied by, who is that, Kelvin Davis at the near post that time. So we've got a strong side, but obviously most of the players not 100% fit, haven't fully recovered. So we'll see how they play in this game. It's all started well. Ninnis dispossessed by Shaw, who skips around one man, then slides it into Sergio Roberto. One-on-one with the keeper. Can he put it away? The Spanish midfielder can do exactly that. His second goal, I believe, that is for Leicester City. Second, maybe even third. I don't know how he's found himself in that position, but Shaw's done brilliantly. He's tackled Ninnis, skipped around one man, and played a brilliantly weighted through ball into our defensive midfielder. And that's what happens when you get technical players all around the field, man. Look at, can your defensive midfielder finish like that, all calm, collected, and that, just cultured side foot? But that's actually his first goal in the Premier League. This time it's Callejon going on a nice run. He slotted through into Jovetic, and we already know he can finish it. Like, you ain't even got to ask that one right there. 50 minutes in, we double our lead, and it's Stevan Jovetic. Callejon, just look at how many players he attracts to him with his dribbling. When he gets going, he's almost untouchable, and his final ball is almost always on point. Like, he's played it into Jovetic. Jovetic has run onto it. He's collected it, and with all the time in the world, Jovetic is always going to get himself his second goal in the Premier League. 30 yards out, he's got a free kick this time. Can he double his tally in this game? Hell yeah, he can. That's a brilliant free kick. You see right there at the top, he seems to be carrying an injury, but you would never be able to tell by looking at that free kick. Like, he's... Let's just see the replay, because that one right there, that was special, man. Like, that, how much curve did this one have? Let's take a quick look. Let's see, because you already know it's going to start outside the wall. It started just a little bit outside the wall, but at the same time, it's gone over the wall. And the amount of curve this dude has produced, it's almost gone straight down the middle. Like, it's crazy. But he gets his second of the game. 3-0 up. Southampton still not seeming to be like growing as a team, really. You remember last season they had the financial takeover and they were bottom of the league. They did manage to get out of the relegation zone, but they're still 4-0 now. We've made it. They're not really putting up a fight, and that is a beautiful finish from that man. You guys might be forgetting a little bit, but he's still here. Alexander Mittelstad getting through right here. It's beautiful ball from Bosu, who's starting to get a few more games now, and he's looking like he could be a player, because with the height, man, 6'7", and the physicals he's got, and now we're training up the technicals, he could be a player. He's played it to his left, found Mittelstad, and he's just toe poked it into the bottom corner beautifully. This time it's Shaw with a long range free kick, and his one's got the keeper scrambling to his bottom corner, pushes it wide. doesn't really matter, to be honest, because at this point it's already 4-0. We've already taken 3 points. All that mattered was us keeping a clean sheet, maybe opening our goal difference gap. Sergio Roberto gets himself man of the match, and transfer window's obviously open now, so we're getting offers in. But again, this is the same kind of thing we had with Holtby. Callejon targeted by Derby, and like, you can't really afford him, so just chill. But someone you would probably think we can't afford. Big news right here with a new signing. First I almost said James, then I was gonna go with James. James Rodriguez signs for Leicester City on a free transfer. What a name! Like, that should show you that we are really stepping things up. We're becoming a big team right now. James Rodriguez will be a Leicester City player next season. We're the Premier League champions. We've won the Champions League, so why not? We got the money to afford him. That is the biggest signing we've made so far in this series, and that's the first signing that really sends out a message that, yeah, we're here to make some waves in the Premier League. I feel like it's time to really bring in some world-class players. Like, we've never really done that. We've bought some players and made them world-class, like Jovetic and Lamela and stuff like that. But now we're bringing in a fully established... He has to be over 90 overall by now. He has to be. And he's still relatively young. He's got some time on us. He's got some time left in his career, basically. And we ain't going to stop here. That's all I'm going to say before we end this video. We're still going to keep looking, trying to make some new signings, some big names. So watch out in the next episode. We're going to try and bring in some more big players if there are any floating around. If we can get some good deals. Like, I pride myself on my business, on my deal making. Like, we got James on a free transfer. So if we could find any more top players, we might not be willing to spend 200 million to bring in Ronaldo or Messi. But if we can get some decent offers, we'll see what we can do. So we end this episode 10 points clear of Manchester City, who are closest to us. It's not really looking like anyone's doing what they need to do to kind of close this gap on us. Because you can see here in this episode, Chelsea have lost another 2 games. Manchester United have only gained 1 point in this episode. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just between us and Manchester City. Maybe we're going to run away with it again. Either way, make sure you return for the next episode. Subscribe or eat the booty. Peace.